When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Rebels offense takes the field. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Give to the running back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Applewhite. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Yellow Jackets offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Rides the back on the option to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pressure coming. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The Rebels look to do some damage in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. Soft spot in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. On the ground, it's Hart. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. He's loose at the 15. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
He's up to 73 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Offense in a bunch formation. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Hands it off. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw on third. Got it in the middle. It's Need. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, and cut into this lead.
He'll pull it down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense lining up quickly. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the returner will be dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. On the run, it's Moncrief. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
With the catch, it's Ambrose. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta.
And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Right on the money. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Made a defender miss. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Now the play fake. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Applewhite. Tripped up for the tackle. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Looking to throw on first down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice.
Oh, a lot of space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. It's complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counter-punch and attack this defense?
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. And the Yellow Jackets are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the key.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Creates a little space. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Quarterback gets past the marker. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Rebels have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. On second and goal, they go right back to it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. Third and goal from the 2. He'll keep it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. They'll run the screen. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Here's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Man, great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know it sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He'll start this drive firing. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Pulls and fires complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
He's going to fire deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the...
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The defense putting points on the board.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, Dave. Jimmy's...
And a sack all the way back at the 5. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and play has been a non-issue.
The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Punt is in the air on fourth down. He'll field it close to the 50. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Going for it all. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Bring in the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. And that's a live ball behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the